Ayo. So, tis I again. I wish I could get these links to work. I don't know how to get them to work or whatever. Because I got some animations I would love to maybe. Alert box. Oh, I'm a fool. Oh, okay. Add source. And then I'm gonna here. Oh shit. I'm gonna blind you real quick. Um. Oh, cool. I should really change that. I don't know how to do that. I want to change the image though, because I have my own image. Oh, that's so cool. Whoa, bro. Done. Alrighty. Well, sweet. Got that figured out. I just don't know how to get to the website. Um, Here we go though. So this is gonna be Game Maker today. Oh shit, I already have it. No, don't launch. Okay. But I have Game Maker, and I'm gonna try and make some progress on this, because I want to do that. I need it. I need to make progress. Progress. I need to make things happen with this. Oh, it's terrible that I have not made any progress on this at all. Oh, Anatawa. Oh, uh, I forgot how to say here, so I wonder if maybe you're a Japanese viewer, maybe. If you're not. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. So what I have a problem with right now, I came across this yesterday when I was working on this. So I have this issue where the game works perfectly fine, but because I have these animation variables, and these animation variables, essentially the code draws the character itself, takes it away, draws the character itself, and so now, for some reason, it's having a hard time grabbing, um, or finding. Oh, 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 Is that what it could be? X scale, Y scale. X position is equal to X. So what we have is a different variable. So we have a different variable, so that could be the issue. So, and then we could do this. So, I, I'm so bad at explaining this shit, but I understand what I gotta do. So, this is for So what I need to do is I need to put x position is equal to y vector y position is equal to, oh, I'm a fool, this is y, okay, vector, this one has to be up, x vector. I could be wrong, I could be very wrong, we'll see what happens. I might have to do it differently. I hate how fucking loud this computer's. I can't wait till my new computer comes in, man. It's gonna come in, hopefully it'll fucking... Okay, X vector not set before reading it. So, silly goofballs, I do that at the beginning of this step. So, yes, X vector, Y vector. Huh. Wonder. Because the thing is, so the sprite doesn't follow where the character's origin is, but it is keeping track of... It is keeping track of where the origin is. See? Because, like, I made it spawn wherever the thing's jumping. So it's moving, but the sprite's just not following it. And I'm wondering, it could be expedition, right? It could be something simple like that. So I'm just wondering how that could be. I'm pretty sure. Let's try this. I know this shouldn't work. This really probably won't work. Where's draw going? I believe this is like the user interface. It's not the actual player. Draw goes to the player. It's probably gonna be super simple, but really difficult for me. I might have to go on Discord to find out. Okay. Still not happening. Huh. What could be it? It has to be X position or Y position. That's S test. Should start having everything be J test. Johnny test. On ground. God, this computer is so loud, bro. Does nothing and it gets loud. I don't know, maybe it's just getting old. Maybe it's shitty. Okay. So I'm gonna check this one. X scale, Y scale. Yes, it has that. I feel like it has to do with the whole reason I have this one is because it has different this one has different collision, so I'm trying to like keep it as a reference, but I'm trying to move on. So, and it doesn't really work anymore, so it's kind of confusing. It's also sloppy. Exposition, end step. Exposition, Y position. Inbox check, collision. Hitbox check, that's something completely unrelated. Animation control. Dude, it has to be X vector and Y vector. It's like a mix of like old code, new code, so it's kind of a mess. Draw. Wait. Let me undo this real quick. But wait. I probably still have to change this. I bet I'll have to. But I'll have to change initialize animation. Oh god. No, it doesn't exist at all. Because it doesn't know what I'm talking about, I'm guessing. God damn it, dude. Oh, I already done that shit for today. Okay, so now it's completely gone. I'm trying to think. Drop Sprite. Animation script. Yeah, this is something already pre-coded into gaming too. What if I just fucking... What if I did this? Oh wow. It works. The question is... I wonder why they had... I think he probably did it, like, 'cause he wanted control. God, my computer's so loud, bro. Sounds like a goddamn load bank. I think the reason maybe X and Y vector don't work is because they're, rather than like a single objective point, it's more like it's it's a loop. So it's not really it doesn't really exist as a literal point. It's more like, oh well, it's an array, right? That's why. Because X vector and Y vector are arrays, but so that's why it doesn't appear as anything. It just checks X and Y. It doesn't actually give X and Y a value. Maybe that makes sense. Maybe I gotta create expedition because, okay, I think, none of the shit I ever say makes sense, but I feel like that's how it works. And so, how did I just sound like a fucking crazy person all the time? So, the thing is, we're not checking. So, what this was doing in this tutorial is you're checking a point, you're checking the origin point of the sprite. You're not checking any bounding box or anything. So the difference between X position and Y vector and X vector is they're checking, it's a constant loop spinning around in an array that's checking points. They're just reading data and they respond by telling you whether or not you've touched something. X and Y position are actual values, they're actual points where stuff is registered. So that's why when I put X and Y vector, it didn't work because they are arrays that store data, not points. It stores data from velocity, and it stores data from whether or not you're touching a particular point, and then it sends that to wherever it needs to go, as opposed to X position, Y position, which is a physical point. And I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm going to put it in here, and it's going to work. Equals X, Y, position equals Y. And hopefully that makes sense. I don't know if you're actually watching and you understand code, but like, you probably could tell me if I have it wrong or something. I would hope. It's really hard to talk to people about this kind of stuff because so few people understand it. Even I don't fully understand it. I understand very little. And people, I feel, can be kind of, especially when it comes to like coding and shit, people can be really rude if you don't seem to know or understand or struggle. And they get pompous and they act like assholes, which really sucks. It's like, I don't want to deal with assholes and pompous people. I just want to ask a question and get a response. And sometimes it could just be you in your head too much. I know sometimes I get in my head too much. I'm like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking like really negatively. I'm gonna make a little dot. Yeah, I should make a dot that follows the player's origin, making sure that the origin's actually there. Like, and it's. I wonder if I could do that. Could I just create like a tiny little particle? Maybe I could do that. The idea is I want to make sure that the sprite is actually following, because there's been times with other games I've made in the past where the player's sprite. Oh wait, I can actually just do that with the. No, that wouldn't be checking it correctly. That wouldn't be checking the actual point. I don't think I'd have to really check the origin point. Like, it's the sprite is tied to it. Part of me feels like the sprite is going to go away from the origin point because the sprite is now being drawn. So it's trying to keep up with the origin point. So I'm wondering if I ever have to worry about that. Maybe I'm overthinking things. I probably am. But, so that's that. And then now I can continue on with this tutorial. I'm sorry, I know. I rely on tutorials. And it's not interesting.
Oh no. Did your game just get interrupted by an update?
Oh no, you're at
Switching
work,
time
bitch.
to a Chromebook that updates automatically.
You're at fucking
Switch to
work.
updates without interruption. Switch to Chromebook.
You just went and bombed Google.
Going to the create event and add a few new variables that we're going to need for this, okay? So gravity.
Okay, for 1 second, YouTube, let me fucking pause.
At a slower pace than we would regularly fall, okay? The first thing I'm going to do though is go into the create event
and it put me back here, which is
equal bbox right. Okay, so bbox left and bbox right are the left and right respectively x coordinates.
So what he's doing right here is he has to detect if it's on the wall. So I already created it on the wall. That's where I followed it. So what I did is I put it in the beginning step, because for some reason I don't quite understand this. All the collision stuff could be at the end of the step for this one when I was doing this, but for some reason this one, it can be done during every step, sometimes you want to have things be done at the end of the step, and that's fine. The step is every frame, so sometimes you want this to be done at the end of the step. So you want to put this stuff right here. So at the end of the step, I always want to put x frame to y positive, equal it to x and y. You can have it like here, doesn't really matter. Processes the data differently, and probably different ways it'll hinder, benefit you. But right here, I put on wall, tile collide at points. So it's just doing a for loop right here. So the for loop, it's saying variable x equal to variable I is equal to 1 if argument count is greater than 1, then less than 1, constantly add 1 to I. So it's I is less than the argument count, so it's constantly going to be changing. Argument count, and then it saves I, which is the point, saves it as a point. Fuck, I'm really bad at describing this. So, I think this is good for me to try and describe it too. So, argument count is always going to be 4, because you have 4 points on the square, right? And then, so, for variable point, equal that to argument I. That's why it's equal to 1, and that's why argument count's always going to be greater than 1, because you're going to have 4 points. And you're always going to add 1 to those points. It's going to check those 4 points. It's going to save them as argument array I. Then it's going to say found. Found is equal to, or tile map get at pixel tile map ID. It's going to save the tile map ID, which we put in a create event. And then these, and I think this is how it goes. I'm not quite smart. I try and understand it. And then so these points are going to be saved as arrays. And then these vectors, which are arrays, store data such as the points of contact and speed of your player. But it cannot store or display player data, if that's a good way of describing it. But like the drawing the character, that's what I mean by displaying data. And then all it does is just return this value. Returns this value back here. So you give it what it needs, its arguments, which are B box top, B box left, B box right, B box top. We give it these, the 4 points of the square, and then, or rather lines, because it's checking left and going to the top of the bounding box, and then B box right is the top of the bounding box. So it's checking like 4 points, and it returns true or false. Return just means true or false, and it returns true or false of found. So if any of these give you a true or false reading, then it sends that back to this, and then this variable is not necessary to be put in here. Well, that's getting ahead of myself, but like it just responds, takes this data and gives you true or false. It's like a box that you learned in elementary school, input-output box. If I understand it correctly and I'm describing it correctly, that's how it works. Hopefully, that makes sense to some extent. But that's why it can't do this, because it's not for that. Just quite simply, it's not for that. Anyway, I got very distracted, so I need to go to here. I need to go to animation control. No, here we go. Player, movement, player animation. So this is going to be I try to organize this so it's legible and easy to understand, but code is kind of difficult to do that. But I'm going to do end region. So region is really useful for just organizing. I didn't know about it until this girl on YouTube did a tutorial, and she's like doing is I think it was fuck, I'm about to brain fart, but is Stardew Valley fan game, well, clone, and she used these, and I was like, oh my god, these are awesome. So now I use them, and they just minimize everything, make it so much more legible. So now I have state normal, makes it so much nicer to look at. I can put it right there, and then I need to have the wall jump sprite. So he has it for if on ground. So he changes the image X. Oh, that's actually smart. If H speed is not equal to 1, change image X scale to equal to sign H speed. So if sign just means you're always returning a 1 or -1, like you're always returning a physical value of 1 or 0 or -1. Doesn't, I think, I can't remember. So it's gonna pretty much, it's saying if H speed is greater than 0, just swap the image X scale to whatever plus or minus H speed. Sign is gonna always be like 1. H speed is gonna give you like a -1 or 1. And just do multiplication at that point. If not on ground, dude, I kind of want to do that. That'd make this so much nicer. But I can't really do that at this moment. If not on ground, on wall. Okay, so I gotta do this at the jump point. I believe he said he wouldn't do it. Okay. I gotta go to where he was initially.
You don't need to do any of this. So on the right, then we want our image X scale to be 1, which is facing to the right. You can see from our sprite. Image underscore X scale equal on wall. That's very useful because if we're on the right, we're not on the ground. Okay.
Let me go to the very beginning.
Set our air sprite and set the frame accordingly. And if we are on the ground, we create events to go ahead and add that. I've set on ground to be false because that is
Thank you for being patient, man.
Between 0 and 1, right? So it's good practice to actually use false. This isn't a boolean though, it's going to be -1 or 1 or 0 if there is no wall either way, okay? So set it to 0, not false. So now we know whether or not we're on a wall. The next thing we're going to do is adjust our sprite appropriately.
Oh my god, it's already almost fucking 1. I have work in a couple hours.
First thing I'm going to do is
did nothing.
Dust equals 0 to our pile of variables. Okay, it's going to be a useful variable. It's
Did I do dust?
Counting up to decide whether or not to let off a dust particle. Okay, so in the step event, down here where it says adjust sprite, this is where we determine if we're on the ground. If we're not on the ground, rather, we set our air sprite and set the frame accordingly. And if we are on the ground,
dude, he did a very simple but effective way right here. Okay. I followed along with this guy's tutorial, and he kind of did it in a way that's sloppy. Or, not sloppy, but it just makes it harder to read. So, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna take what he did. I'm a copycat, bro. People always worry about copycatting, just taking from other people. There's nothing wrong with it. Take what you can and learn. Of course, make your own thing, but like, don't just steal, like, literally take people's images and like say, "Hey, I did this." I'm saying like, trays, do what you can to learn. Be like, this is learning, you know. But don't take it as yours. Okay, so a lot of this stuff that I have in this game that I'm doing is like amalgamations of different shit. Oh man. So many people I like are streaming right now. It sucks. It's like I can't keep up with you guys. I got work. Work takes so much time, bro. You really gotta fucking try and make time last. Like, gotta really use your time wisely. Velocity, X vector. Is not equal to 0. I should actually do that in this case. I don't really like to do that, but I think this will actually be important to formatting so I understand what's happening. Image. Because you feel I've been. Dude, my code's so inconsistent. I fucking swear, man. If you look at everything else, it's not like this. It's not any of this. That's why I kind of wanted to keep it like that. Cause I was like, but I don't know if. No, velocity. X vector. I don't know if that'll work. Image X scale. Oh, I'm a fool. So I could just I have that right here. So I don't need to do that. I could just use, where's the animation in it? Animation? It's X scale, right? Not image X scale, it's just X scale. Go to X scale is equal to it just blows up my computer. This thing's so fucking loud. That'd be terrible though, because then we have to start all from scratch. Be like, oh my god. On ground. If not on ground, try and. Oh my god. I didn't have to do that. Okay. So. Fool. You just do it this way though, because it's such a small thing. So. That's all he's doing. If velocity x vector is not equal to 0, then. But he just didn't use the brackets, which is fine, but I want to try and do it my way so that it's understandable and easy to read for me. So, if not on ground. Trying to make a habit of that too. So, it's legible. If on ground sprite index. Sprite. I just need to do sprite, right? Yep, sprite equal to s test. Also, like all my old sprites are SPR, but I have had this for so long. Frame speed. I think it's frame speed, right? Frame speed is I like keep on checking shit, making sure. Yes, animation frame. Frame speed is something. It's like an actual value that increases over time. So I'm gonna just swap it to image speed is like a weird variable in this game. In here, because it's less of like an actual speed variable that you want to like keep control of the speed. It's more like what image do you want it on. That's what people tend to use it as, if I'm correct. But I could be wrong. Like always, there's very little I know. I just know what I found. Image index. Here's another fucking one. Animation set. Animation set. Facing one left sprite. 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 Sprite index. Frames equal to 0. X position. Y position. X scale. Y scale. Angle. Color. Alpha. Frame speed. Facing left sprite. Sprite. Huh. We'll do it for this case. Image index. Ooh, this is where it gets tricky. Image index. The fuck? The fuck? Dude, I'm probably not gonna be doing this for too long, so I get sidetracked. I really get goofy. Frame data. Animate sprite as argument 1, 0. Animation set. Squash and stretch. Frame reset. I already know that one works. That one's pretty simple. Frame counter. Oh my god! Brain is melting, brain is melting, brain is melting. Jesus Christ. Bro, it all serves a purpose. All serves a purpose. Fuck, bro. So, sprite index is equal to SPR air image index. Oh, I'm a fool, so all that would do. So I gotta go back here. Go back here. Dude, why does dating have to be so tough, man? I feel like dating sucks. Or at least I suck at it. Okay, let me take that out. Right? We're gonna kind of. Oh my god, just hurry up. Go, 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 go. My brain's melting so much. Okay, we're at this point. Booyah. Okay. You know, you may be pissed off at me. It's okay. It's okay. I understand. Just relax, breathe, just let me learn. Don't leave. Just sit down. Shit. Surprised I haven't played any music. Oh my fucking god, bro. Why do you do that? Fucking annoying, Microsoft, I swear. You and your shit sometimes. I love you and I hate you. Oh, if velocity, why would I do? So, all he's saying is, oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, 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 ho. So, oh, okay. Oh, image speed. That makes sense. That makes sense. He doesn't want the thing to be animating, because say you're going to be doing a jump, you're only going to have 2 frames, so it can't constantly be doing that, so you have to set image speed to 0, and then the code has to manually do it. So, okay, that makes sense. I was confused. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. Yes, I am a fool. Adjust sprite, calculate current status. Don't worry about that. Alrighty. This is what I like to do. I like to understand the code. Or at least try to, so that makes it really boring to watch. Coding is already pretty fucking boring. It's like not that crazy. If velocity x vector is not equal to 0, then x scale is equal to sine x vector. Alright. So x vector is at positive 1 or 2, positive 1 or negative 1, it'll change that according to that. If not on ground, sprite is equal to s test, which would be the jump one. Frame speed is going to be equal to 0 because you don't want it to be doing whatever the fuck it wants to do. And then you're going to be doing sprite, or frame rather, is equal to y vector. I don't know if that'll work, but hopefully it will. What's going on? What's this? Is there... Oh, that's what it is. Case, so I want to do break. Okay, I'm going to do one more. That should work now. I can't believe I accidentally got rid of that. Alrighty, and we're going to see if this works real quick. And then we're going to do the wall jump stuff. Oh my gosh. Player on ground. Oh, I'm a fool. I prefer to say fool. I don't know. I'm a fool. It sounds nicer. It sounds cooler. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, what the fuck is happening? Whoa. What is happening? He shrinks. This is kind of cool to see, though. Um. Uh. Oh, I want it to be facing, right? No, not facing. Facing's not the correct thing. Frame. What is it that I use to change the... Okay, so we gotta go back again. We go back to this. So many fucking scripts, dude. There's so many scripts in this. It's ridiculous. I've been working on this thing for a long time, though, and the tutorial that I was following along with initially with all this stuff already had a lot of fucking scripts. It is from the developer of Kerfuffle. He had a fucking blog, and he took it off the internet. It got taken off. Fucking sucked, man. So what we gotta do? So we gotta do. Gotta take this, right? We're gonna copy, and we're just gonna fucking look at the code again, and we're gonna figure out. Oh, you know what? I'm a fool. That's gonna take way too long. So instead of doing that, let's do it the simple way. I just did it the foolish way, you know. Do it this way. Frame. So I did use frame. I used frame plus or minus 1. But for some reason... Oh, I see. That's where it is. It's facing. So I did it wrong because I wasn't using facing. So what's happening was it was pushing the X scale and Y scale down and squishing the box like what you saw. So that's not going to be that. That's going to be facing. And then this is going to be frame. We'll see what happens. That was a silly little mistake. Oh god, it's still disappearing. Yeah, it's because I was doing velocity. I was using the whole array, so like that means it was also storing like I'm guessing that I don't quite understand, but I'm thinking it has to do with the fact that it needs both x and y vector. So it's probably like it's probably reading y vector somehow and giving it some sort of value that's causing it to disappear. It's reading into both of the values. Or maybe it's saying, oh, x vector's here, but we're also going to read y vector. But y vector isn't actually put in it, so it just gives it a 0, so it just disappears. Maybe. I don't know. That was an easy to solve thing. No comments so far. Probably not understanding any of this, because I'm really bad at describing things. Not even I quite understand this. Very much do not. Anyway, so what's the next thing? I think at 1:20 or 1:30, I'm probably play games for a little bit. I'd be at work by 2:30. I like to come into work early so I can get stuff started. Always come to work early, 30 minutes early. That's what everyone is in my entire life has always told me. Go to work 30 minutes early. Be there 30 minutes. Any really good, successful person or like really good role model has told me that to arrive to work 30 minutes early. Even the bad, not necessarily great role models that are kind of like shitty, have like really shitty sides to them, are always like, go to work 30 minutes early if you want to make an impact or you want to leave an impression. Anyway, so okay, we gotta do, and then so it says, if on ground, if not on ground, then we're gonna do else. These guys, some people, they don't use brackets for particular points. My goal is to just use brackets for every point, that way it makes it way easier. You don't have to chase down brackets and shit, like, oof. Don't have to figure out what, like, sometimes it just gets confusing. And what I do is always leave one space below. I'm always like, if statements can be right there next to each other, as long as like it's like this, it ends in one row. So just small little things that make it easier, leaving one space. Tabbing, making sure like this stuff is a tab away. This makes it so much more helpful if x vector is not equal to 0. And in this case, I'll do it this way. Just because it's small, and I don't really need that. I pressed insert by accident, so do this. Sprite. This is gonna be sprite equal to s test. I'm so happy that I fucking follow along with that tutorial. Else. Right. Equals s test. Alrighty. That should work fine. Variable. Oh, Sprite. Dude, I really want to try dating someone. I really want to do that. It's really shitty though. Trying to find people. I'm using Tinder. This is terrible. But I've been talking to people. They seem nice enough. One of them has a kid, which is no. It's a big no. I'm 21. I'm not trying to deal with anyone who has a kid already.
Then we set our sprite accordingly. Wall
It's like, fuck that,
we want
bro.
to use them if we're not on the ground. Okay.
I'll
So
talk to them, but I'm not gonna fucking take that.
And if we're in this section,
Honestly,
and
on
we're
my
on the
mind.
wall, then we want
Just
to
dealing with a family already.
and override these, so we know what we can do. Inside here, we're going to write another if statement, which is if on wall
Alrighty.
equals 0. Okay, so note that that is not if on wall is true or.
Alrighty. So now we're finally here. This is so much nicer though. I really like how they did this. It's so simple. It makes sense. It's easy to read. That other one was it's so annoying to chase down all the fucking all this stuff. So if on wall is equal to not equal to 0. See, I type really slow. Signs, I'm not a programmer. Bro, I swear, whenever I like look up people or see people who code, they always type really fast because they're on their computer a lot. So
Or if on wall
this guy types really fast.
or if on wall
Ding dong.
because
If you know Ding Dong and Julian. But like Ding Dong, he fucking types hella fast. He's like 100 words per minute. I'm like 34, 20, 34 max, 20.
Then in here we want to override our
On average.
sprite with our on wall sprite. If it's not true.
Let me actually do that. Let me test my. This seems so sketch, bro. Yeah, fuck this. This website is sketch. Dude, let's play some fucking Sipe. New game. Oh, dude. This is cool. Other. Oh, dude, this is cool. Oh, shit, I fucked up. This is fun. Aware. Per. Suit. Wave. Oh. Line. Dude, this is fucking cool. Insist. Adopt. Ordinary. Longer. Cease. One. Season. Dude, this is like a really good like break. And then receive. Oh shit. Falls. 2. Cheap. Bought. Keys. Easy. Oh, phew, dude. Oh. Bro. Okay. Bases. Word. Oh no. Saw. Oh no. Oh. Third. Column. Issue. Black. The noise. Oh fuck no. Oh shit. Shit, man. Oh, new game. Dude, that's good. I like this. This is fun. Okay. I'm gonna do this one more time, bro. Some bed. Symbol. Taken. Character. Songs. Wanted. Event. Headed. Sweet. Let's go. Standing. And raw. These are like really easy. Fewer. Level. Alive. Film. Combined. Pause. While. Became. Attack. Year. 0. Fuck yes, bro. I'm on a roll. Let's go. Oh shit. Heat, fall, decade, title, jobs, fade, feed, sort, rate, betting, on. Oh god. Oh no, no. Grow. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, I was so close. Hours. Shape. East. Oh my god. HT. Oh my god. No! Big, no! No! Big. Oh my god. Buttons. Oh, Jesus Christ. I lost track of all the buttons. No. Accuracy. Final score. Programmers. One more try, bro. One more try. Just gotta remember where F and J is. That's like. I gotta take care of the big ones next time. Take care of the big guys and go for the small guys. Yes. Yes! Fuck with me, man. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Come on. Yes. Yes. Oh. Dude, how is this in Japanese? Like, I bet this would be so hard. Yes. Oh, close. Let's go. Yes. 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 Oh, fuck. Okay, I'll call that good, dude. That was pretty good. That was pretty fun, dude. That was good. Ooh, I had fun with that for like a small moment. That was fun. Okay. I didn't get to see how fast I type, but whatever. I had fun typing. If on wall is not equal to 0.
If we're not on a wall, then we want to use our regular in-air sprite because we still know that we're not on the ground. Okay.
Else. Right. We want to do that. Make it easier to read for me and other people. Actually, yeah, I do want that. I don't know. Sweet. Okay. If on wall. Sweet. Okay. That's legible. Yeah. Just small things. Small things help make all the difference.
Okay. So let's put that stuff in.
A man in
Now,
all the
also
right
in the
places
else, it'll become
can
clear
make
line, and then we're gonna write
all
dust
the
equal to
difference,
0.
Mr.
Okay.
Freeman. Doesn't quite make sense to have dust at 0 if you're just gonna... Oh, well, he's still in the air, my bad.
So if we're in here, we're going to set sprite underscore index to equal s player underscore wall. That's just what I happen to have named mine. If you've got one, like...
Okay, just put sprite equal to s test. Alright.
This, you can name it. If you don't have a sprite for your wall jump, then you don't need to do any of this, so don't worry about it, but this is how we do it if you need to. Okay. Image underscore x scale equal on wall. That's very useful because if we're on the right, because it's 1 and minus 1, if there's a wall on the right, then we want our image x scale to be 1, which is facing to the right. You can see from our sprite, he's facing to a right wall. And if it's minus 1, we want to flip the image x scale to be minus 1. Okay, make sure you've got all your origins and hitboxes and everything set up correctly for how you want to do it, so you don't fit into the wall. If you find yourself getting stuck in walls...
One sec. I need to make sure I have the right thing. Fuck. Oh. Yep, it is on wall. Okay. And I'm gonna save this because my computer is very loud right now and it can crash. It has done that a couple times before. It's just
what you want to look into
crashed on me.
do with your origins and your hitboxes. Okay, so be very careful about that. Okay, and before we do anything else, let's just see that that works. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly run the game. We should find now. We run and jump on the wall. You can see he's already doing the cool little slide animation. Okay, really is as simple as that.
The game is running?
The next thing we're going to do is make that dust appear. I know it's a bit superfluous, so feel free to skip ahead.
Oh my god. I can't believe the game is running this whole fucking time. It didn't show it in here. It almost always shows it here. It's probably why the thing's fucking bugging so much. Alrighty, so shows no signs of problems. Dude, I wish this tutorial, this one, was comprehensive, because it's fucking not, bro. He said he left a lot of things empty. It's like, if you're gonna make a tutorial, fucking make it make sense, you know? Make it applicable. Don't leave so much shit fucking open. Most of this stuff it doesn't work. I tried doing it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Probably wrong.
If you just want to get to the whole wall jumping thing, we are adding a few little fancy things before actually doing that. So feel free to skip ahead and I'll put a time thingy on the screen. But for the dust, I'm going to write var side equals bbox underscore left. and if on wall equals 1, side equal bbox right. Okay, so bbox left and bbox right are the left and right respectively.
Variable side, bbox left, bbox right. Wait, why is he doing this?
X coordinates of our player's hitbox. Okay, so that's going to be like here, or like when it's flipped the other way, it'll be here. Okay. So the reason we want that is because that's where we want to create the dust. Okay, we want to create it in the sort of the top right of the player, so it's coming from like sort of the top of his hand over here. Okay, or as close as we can to that. So once we've worked out that variable, I'm going to type dust plus plus, which is going to add 1 to the dust.
Huh. It's kind of already doing that for this. So the whole reason it's on the wall is because it's checking the top corner of the bounding box. So I'm not sure if I actually have to worry about doing that. So I'm just gonna do dust plus 1. So if it's not equal to 0, dust plus 1. So we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll. Oh.
Variable, okay? And then if dust, actually if open 2 brackets, if dust greater than 2, close 1 bracket, and VSP greater than 0, close all the brackets, okay?
I know brackets are supposed to be important. I bet they fucking are, but I don't fucking use them, bro. Not anymore. I used to use them, but now I don't want to use them. So I imagine I'm probably gonna get in trouble. If someone were ever to see that, they'd be like, "Why the fuck don't you have any brackets?" But I don't do that these days. Terrible practice. Go. No, I don't want that. If I have to, I'll just do that. No, I don't want that. That's sloppy. That's lazy. Okay. Okay. I want my coat to look nice. Makes it much easier for me later on. Try and make it as clean as possible. Cleaner the better. I need to put 1 space. It says too many spaces. Saves me a whole lot of headache. I actually haven't, since I've been doing this, I've been making like to really keep track of my shit and to really make sure my stuff is consistent and it's easy to read. And I have yet to have any problems with like losing track. So this is going to be after the dust part.
So wrap that in those 2. So if we've added to dust a couple of times and it's reached 2, so it'll do this once every 3 frames that we're on the wall. And we are moving downwards, okay? We're just going to have the dust come as we're sliding down rather than as we're like sliding up at the same time, just to create a consistent effect and it's clear when it's happening. Okay, so if that's true, then we want to say with instance create layer. Um, uh,
Mm. Object. See, I broke it right here, man. I broke it. I put parentheses. Inconsistencies all over. Fuck it. As long as you can read it, that's what's important. Whatever makes it more legible. If this is important to people who need to read it, could be, or for me later in the future. With I'm gonna
the way we
regret
want to
it,
create
bro.
X coordinate is
I already
side, so
know.
either bbox left or bbox right, depending. Bbox top, which gives us the top of the player, so it's coming from, as I say, just from about where his hand is. The layer is behind, that's just a layer I've added for where you can put whatever layer wherever you want to create a dust. Oh, dust. Okay, and that's a special object I've made that's very, very simple.
It's very, very simp. It's very simp like, you know. I wonder, would I have to create the layer or just get instance layer? Get instance layer probably. I wonder if I could do that. I wonder if it still work. Oh god. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Oh no, I got work. I brushed my teeth. I need to get a haircut. So that's the one thing I need to do. Fuck, man. Anyway, thank you for watching. I had fun with that little game for a little bit. Trying to learn things. Hopefully, I described things to you to help you maybe understand. Um, it's very small progress, but it's progress nonetheless. I'm kind of pleased with that. That's what's really important is progress. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at that. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. I love that game. That game's so much fun. I have yet to beat it. Nom 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 nom. Hey. I got my own little animation, so I'm probably gonna start. Ain't that cool? Okay, I'm gonna stop doing it. Oh, dude, I should make my little animation of Keanu Reeves, like, giving a thumbs up. I should do that. That'd be cool. So next time, I think I will do a System Shock one tomorrow. A System Shock stream, probably tomorrow. I don't know for a fact, though, because I do things on a whim.
I do them if I want to do them. So this is a whim. I woke up. I was like, I'm gonna do some stuff today on my game, making progress on it, and I really need to keep that up. Really need to keep up working on my game. There's nothing wrong with doing animations and like drawing and working on my art because that's really good. But I really want to try and do some of the programming right now. Really want to try and learn the programming. Um, so that's what I've been doing these past couple of days, trying to understand them, do them, show some effort, trying to put in effort. I want to create stuff, and I'm going to be in the military for the next 4 years. So if I'm going to be in the military, I might as well make a name for myself while I can. That's my goal. Make a name. I don't have to be famous on Twitch or like YouTuber, but just something to provide some sort of side income. That's my goal. Is like maybe I can make something on the side so that this could hopefully become a career in the future. And if it's not, I could just become a Japanese English teacher. So that's my goal. Is like I want to be a Japanese English teacher, but I would also love to be a programmer or an animator or an artist or something. But like I also have to be like I'm trying to balance things and be realistic in the sense that like not everything works out, so I have to have different avenues because I know I something could happen. The floor can fall out from underneath me and I'll be fucked. So my goal is to just try and balance things in a way that will allow me to be successful. So like I joined the military because my shitty situation in the past, and then now I'm just doing this here and there. Hopefully, I'll make more stuff, and I hope that you watch them. I hope I create better stuff. I hope this game actually gets made because it's been 3 years. I'm not gonna lie. I got a computer when I was in the bust 3 years ago, and I've been like working on this thing off and on, and it's been like really off and on because there's been times when I've had nothing done for like months. I've just been literally looking at the computer. So like it's really shitty. I don't like doing that. I don't like being unproductive, but sometimes you gotta take time at your own pace to like learn things. I came in here like right after high school. I was on YouTube trying to stream, and I was like, my shit looks like bad then. My stuff still doesn't look great now, but like, yeah. I tried making a Patreon, that was bad. I felt bad because a friend of mine from high school, she was donating $1 a month, and I was like, I looked at my Patreon, and I'm like, I have fucking nothing. I tried at first. That's what I wanted to do. I was like, I don't want to go to college. I want to stay out of school for a year. I just want to be doing my own thing. And then I tried doing Patreon. I tried doing like stuff that I wanted to do, and then I was like, this just isn't working. So like, and it was definitely my part of being undisciplined. But like, if even if I was disciplined, the chances of like just making it probably would have been still really difficult because like there's so many people out there on the internet better than me. And even at that point, I was just going to different school districts and seeing people from different school districts, and they were significantly better than me. They were just leagues better than me at high school level. And they're like, it was their last year of high school, and they were drawing better than me. And I'm like, shit. So art, it for me, I think it made me really lose confidence in my drawing abilities, and so I was like, you know, I kind of stopped slowly. But you got to find you got to find a way to do what you love, but you got to do it in a way that doesn't um detract you from living life and becoming an adult. Like you have to be an adult, but you also got to do the things you love. You know, but and the thing that sucks is you have to sacrifice your time doing something you don't like necessarily to do things you want to do later on. I don't like my I don't mind my job. My job's cool. I don't have passion for it though. Like I want to be good at my job. My goal is to get good at my job so I can go to college. I can go to college and I can do the things I want, do the things I love, and hopefully, since I'm working for the government will pay for my stuff. So that's the idea. Find something you love. Find a means to get there. It's not always going to be the quickest way. For me, it's been really slow because I'm poor. I started behind everyone else in the race, so I'm trying to fucking sprint up to first, despite starting in last place. Like I'm by no means the richest, like the poorest person, but I'm by no means the richest or even in the middle. Like my family grew up on food stamps, um, uh, you know, housing. We grew up on all the government benefits because we couldn't afford it. We went to food banks all the time. Like I would lived poor for a long time, so it's difficult for poor people. Somebody who's middle class has a better chance of like fucking having more time to learn a particular skill. I shouldn't say more time. I had a lot of time to learn my skill. I drew a lot as a kid, but like it's just different, you know. Is if you are even middle class, you have an easier time getting into college. You have parents who've gone to college so they can help you, and they can help you in that process of becoming your own adult. So I think none of my family members, they never went to college. My mom didn't go to college. My stepdad, he I think he did, but he doesn't like know jack for shit about how he did it. Also, he's a barber and like he was constantly working 24/7, so it's like you can't really rely on him. And my real dad, he was not really around at the time because I mean, I saw my dad consistently. He was a deadbeat dad, just wasn't always there. So I couldn't really rely on him. I think he went to college too, but I think I, considering my circumstances at home, I always felt worried about approaching people with questions, and so uh, I felt worried to ask him a question like that, or I felt like a fool because school teaches you that, and then you have stuff like that reiterated at home sometimes because your parents are tired of hearing you. You know, they're like, "Don't ask questions, just do it. Don't ask questions, just do it." So sometimes you have those kind of situations, but it's always important to ask questions because it means you're engaged and it means you're interested. So show interest, be engaged, ask questions, even if they're ridiculous. And some people, even in basic, ask like really stupid questions, and we would always give him shit for it. But like, at least he had the courage to ask a question because a lot of people don't, and it's really nerve wracking. Especially, yeah, it's really nerve wracking to ask questions, especially nowadays. And if you're Japan, it's really tough to ask questions. Um, this is kind of an like very off tangent rant. I don't know where I started with this rant. Um, oh yeah, it started with family and then with college. It was like college, and I went all the way to ranting about other stuff. But yeah, and finding your goals and stuff, and like doing what you love and finding a way to get there. So like I have three goals. You know, I have three goals that I strive for. Um, like these are my big three. So English teacher in Japan, well, like Japanese. So I keep them kind of broad. Japanese, animation and art, or drawing. You know, those are my big three. Japanese in any form. My goal is to live in Japan and hopefully have a family there because I like Japanese women. I know it's kind of ridiculous, but like I like Japanese women. I like the Japanese way of life a lot. It seems very peaceful. People there have just like a different way of life, and I think it's kind of nice compared to American life. And uh, they have, in general, Japanese people will be kinder, or at least uh, much easier to talk. Well, I shouldn't say easier, but much nicer. They'll have, they'll know how to act in public spaces. You know, for some fucking reason, I swear, just American people don't know how to fucking act sometimes. So, and they don't know how to use common courtesies. You know, like it can just be very frustrating sometimes. And I think that's really nice in Japan. It's really nice going to Japan and there's no trash all over the floor. You don't see fucking drunkards throwing like bottles of glass alcohol on the fucking streets. Like I've seen that shit in Portland. I've seen fucking crazies on drugs. In downtown, it's like fucking tweakers all over the fucking place. And in Japan, you don't see fucking tweakers. You don't see them unless you're gonna go to the red light district. I assume, you know, it's gonna be a lot harder to see tweakers and fucking drug addicts and shit like that. And just plain attitudes are better, I think, or at least they're gonna treat you kinder. I went off on a tangent about Japan. Some things. Um, Animation. I like animating. Um, it's engaging. It's interesting. It's something I'm good at, and I think I I struggle. I enjoy it. I think if I had a better situation sometimes, or like a better setup, I'd probably enjoy it more. It's something I definitely want to pursue though. Like I think animating is cool. I'm sorry about that. That sounded disgusting. That was a burp. Um, and then uh, so that's animation. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, but I didn't say that I wanted to be a teacher. So, you know, you have to have a work visa to live in Japan. So, being an English teacher would be a good and easy way to get a work visa. My Japanese teacher in high school said it's really easy to get a teaching degree to become an English teacher in Japan. You take a couple of years of Japanese, I think like 4 years, and then you get like a simple degree in teaching. Like it doesn't have to be a huge degree, but like a simple one. I don't know all the masters, bachelors. I don't know that shit because it doesn't make sense to me. Senior, freshman, and shit like that. That never made any sense to me in high school either. So I don't keep track of small shit like that. Well, actually, that's huge shit. I don't know why I'm saying small, but whatever. Um. So back to what I was doing. So animation. That's the second one. I already covered that. And then art. Oh wait, actually, I shouldn't say art because animation and art tie into kind of like two things. The third one was programming. My bad. I would really like to learn to program because programming would be really sweet. I tried taking a lot of computer classes in high school and in middle school. And in middle school, and I think like no, it was middle school. It was middle school. It was my last year of middle school and in high school that I took computer classes. I took a typing class pretty much in high school to learn Excel. I mean, in middle school to learn Excel and shit like that, and just basic Word documents. And I mean, that was really kind of whatever. Well, I didn't mind it, but what I really wanted to learn after like that, I was like, I want to do game programming. So I did game programming for like one semester in high school, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then I took a program called Cal, and I was like, I'm gonna go for the game design course, digital media and design with game design too. But I was a fool thinking, oh, game design will get me to where I want to be. But you don't want to go for game design when you're good, like gonna look up classes for anything. Don't look up game design. Look up for programming because programming is where what teaches you programming, which ties into game development. You know, what you learn in programming, you can apply to game development. You know, and I didn't realize that. And for a long time, I thought like, oh, game design and programming are two different things. It's like, no, they're the same thing. Um, it's the same thing. You just got to think about it differently. Think about applying it differently. So, yeah, I think that's it for my rant. But I kind of went way past my time. 10 minutes past my time. Fuck. Anyway, I don't want to go to work. I want to sit here and chill. Thank you for listening to me rant, one viewer. I'm going to post these on YouTube so they don't go away. I did not post the last one on YouTube. I've done like 3 streams past weeks. I deleted one just because I was talking about like BLM, and I was like I should just take it off the internet because I know people are gonna like in the future it's gonna happen. I already know in the future someone's gonna use that shit against me. They're gonna call me racist or something. It's gonna be. I don't want that. I already know. Internet is bad right now. It's gonna get worse in 10 years. Just give it time. The new generation's gonna pop up. They're being taught and like elementary school trans and shit, and it's like a kid shouldn't be learning this shit. They're gonna think they're all woke, and they're gonna fucking. Oh, it's gonna get so much worse in 10 years, bro. Just give it time. Fuck. I hope it's not. I hope people will be cool, and I hope people will be responsible. I hope the new generation will be cool, but I don't fucking know, bro. This generation's really fucking weird right now. Anyway, that's a whole other fucking topic. I gotta get out of here. I'm ranting. I'm going crazy. Thank you for watching. Bye.